Blood sugar and insulin, the fat loss markers no one checks. You're eating clean, you're working out hard, but fat loss, it has stalled, and your energy, it's trash. You've been doing everything right, but nothing's moving. The truth, it's all about blood sugar and insulin. And if those are off, nothing else will work. This isn't about being unhealthy, it's about high-performing guys like you missing critical data no one's talking about. Here's the thing. If your insulin's not working the way it should, your body's stuck in fat storage mode. And high insulin is one of the biggest fat loss killers that you're probably not even checking. Most doctors will check your fasting glucose and call it a day, but that's just bare minimum testing. That's like checking the surface of the water without actually diving in. The real story is fasting insulin. Why is that? Because insulin is the key player that tells your body whether to burn fat or store it. And most men who look in shape on the outside are still dealing with hidden insulin issues that stall results. If your insulin is high, even slightly, your body's holding on to fat like a hoarder, no matter how many calories that you burn in the gym. Let's talk about what happens when insulin is too high. When your insulin levels are elevated, your body is in fat storage mode, not fat burning mode. And here's what you get from that. Low energy. You're constantly feeling sluggish, tired, and drained, even after a full night's sleep. You just don't have that get up and go feeling anymore. You've got brain fog. Your mind is slow. You're forgetful, distracted, and it's harder to focus on the important things. You're always hungry, even after eating. You feel like you could still eat a full meal. Insulin tells your body to store energy, but the message gets lost, and you're left craving more food to fuel your cell. Your body is storing fat all day long. You could be in a calorie deficit, but your body's not burning fat. It's holding on to it. No matter how clean you eat or how much you work out, nothing happens. And it gets worse. Chronically high insulin leads to insulin resistance and pre-diabetes, even in guys who look fit on the outside. If you do develop insulin resistance, it's when your body stops responding to insulin the way it should. And when this happens, it creates a snowball effect. Insulin resistance leads to higher levels of insulin in the bloodstream, which keeps your body in the fat storage mode. But here's the thing. You think you're doing all the right things in the gym, you're eating clean, you're working hard, but if your insulin's out of whack, your fat loss is still gonna be stalled. This is why so many men who've crushed it in business still feel so stuck in their bodies. Most men think willpower is the issue, so they think they're pushing but not pushing hard enough. But it's not about your willpower. It's more about your blood sugar and your body's insulin control or lack of it. And this has nothing to do with being weak or broken. It's simply that no one's ever shown you how to fix this. Let me give you a real world example. That midday crash, that 3 p.m. fatigue, the sugar craving, it's not a discipline problem. It's your blood sugar being unstable. Your body is constantly working to get back in balance when blood sugar spikes and then crashes. So when your blood sugar is unstable, your body fights to regulate itself. And that leaves you feeling exhausted. You're always hungry, and typically you're in a bad mood. And what happens when your blood sugar is constantly bouncing around? Your insulin gets high, and that is when the fat storage kicks in. So all these calories that you're burning in the gym, your body isn't using them the right way. It's locking them away as fat. Now here's the good news. You can fix this. It all starts with stabilizing your blood sugar and getting your insulin under control. And here's how you do it. You want to eat 30 to 50 grams of protein in every meal. Protein helps to stabilize your blood sugar and your insulin levels. It keeps you feeling full longer, and it prevents the blood sugar crashes that lead to those insulin spikes. Take a walk for 10 minutes after eating. It's a simple habit, but it works wonders. A 10-minute walk helps your body to use the glucose from your meal instead of letting it just sit in your bloodstream. This helps to reduce the insulin levels, and it keeps your blood sugar stable. You must learn to manage your chronic stress. Chronic stress increases your cortisol level, which also raises blood sugar and insulin. Find ways to manage your stress, whether it's deep breathing, meditation, taking that walk I just talked about, taking time for yourself. The less stress you have, the better your insulin sensitivity will be. Eat consistent meals. Don't starve yourself all day day and then binge at night. Skipping meals or eating infrequent and irregular, it creates these blood sugar swings that spike your insulin levels and then crash them. Try eating 3 balanced meals throughout the day with snacks if needed, high protein snacks. Your body works better when it's fed on a regular basis. Cut out alcohol at least for 30 days. Alcohol destroys insulin sensitivity. It messes with your liver and your body's ability to process insulin, making it harder to burn fat and regulate blood sugar. Give it a break and see how much better your body feels. And no, this isn't about making you become the sober guy. It's about removing one of the biggest things that is silently, actually loudly sabotaging your results. So let's talk about optimal numbers, because this is about performance, not you just being fine or in the normal range. You're not here for average. You're here to operate at a higher level, and your lab should reflect that. Here's what you should be looking for in your lab. Fasting insulin. You want this number under 7 micro-IUs per milliliter. Anything above that, and you're at risk for fat storage and insulin resistance. Your fasting glucose, your ideal range is 75 to 90 milligrams per deciliter. Anything higher than that is a sign that your blood sugar is out of whack. The key is not perfection. It's about getting to optimal levels where your body works with you to burn fat, have energy, and recover faster. So if your fat loss has stalled, if your energy crashes all day long, if you've been eating clean, working out hard, and nothing's happening, it's not your macros, it's your blood sugar, it's your insulin. You can fill out the testosterone assessment below the video, then schedule a call with me, and I'll help you to decode what's really going on. I'll show you exactly what to look for, and I'll send you the exact labs to request, plus how I help my clients bring their blood sugar and insulin numbers into fat burning mode fast. Or I can just order the testing for you, because the medical team that I work with, since I send so many clients to them, they get a big discount, a lot more than if you just walk into a normal lab and ask the doctors for all of these tests, because we check 84 different biomarkers. So let me know if that sounds good to you, and then I can set that up as well if you don't know where to go to get all of this done. Oh, and by the way, your insurance isn't going to cover it, because if it did, they would have covered it by now. Fat loss isn't just about what you eat. It's about what your hormones do with what you eat. And if no one's looked at this for you yet, it's time.